Yeah, 100%. Like you said, the toughest roads are chosen for the right people, and we all have our own trials in life, and it doesn't make anyone better than others or my path or anyone else's. And that's the way it is. I just have to look at your own path. And yeah, it's just another story of Ciaran Clarke in a fight. Come back from a bit of adversity, even though I was controlling the fight, of course, and stuff. But yeah, just like that, just getting caught. And to be honest, like, it is great because yeah, I think it shows character, you know what I mean? And it shows I can come back from those fights. And the reason being is because of me faith, you know what I mean? And obviously down to be trained as well in SPG Ireland and stuff. But how many days selling every time people are matter to me that come, and I was able to get the win, and again coming through adversity. So thanks to me to God. I didn't know. I actually didn't know after the second one. I was like, "What's the story here?" Like, you know, because he was like, "Hold on a second." I didn't know what was going to happen. Like, as in, like, was he going to take a point or what? You know what I mean? I was just gathering my thoughts and getting myself right. You know what I mean? And I thought, like, I was just staying calm. I was like, he might come out rushing or. But like, to be honest, I knew he couldn't close the distance too fast to me anyway, because I knew he didn't want that. You know what I mean? And I surprised him by coming out of southpaw. I know I took him off guard a little bit, and yeah, it's just like that. It shows your character coming through adversity, like times like that. And that's the type of man I want to be. You know, like Charlie Ward there, and you know, and again, like that, I wouldn't be able to through the strength of the Lord, you know, and my support, you know. Yeah, look, I gathered a little bit of your question there, Sean, but yeah, no, what's next? I'm not sure. I'm gonna, gather myself, and to be honest with you, lads, I'm really motivated to, not that, obviously this is such a big high and then you come down, but I'm actually really motivated for the future. I'm really excited because working with a nutritionist, Tristan Kennedy now, and changed everything for me. I genuinely feel like a different, I, I feel like a different man, you know what I mean? I'm eating more than I was a featherweight, believe it or not, and I was a small featherweight. I felt like, and like, it's just like changing everything for me. I felt like the perfect blend of like Rocky and Ivan Drago, you know what I mean? That kind of like, I was getting me blood work done, DEXA scans, getting me body fat on. Everything was in order. Get me the right nutrition down and fueling my body properly, and just learning loads about myself. And as an athlete, even, you know what I mean, that I'm a more of a, I'd be well suited to a 5 rounder, and then you might look at Conor McGregor, or, that he's that explosive guy, you know what I mean? So I learned a lot about myself, and really, really excited for the future. Who knows what it holds, but just happy to get the win and get back here in the gym, you know.
Is this possibly the best time or the best position you could possibly be in, heading into free agency potentially?
Yeah, look, it definitely is, you know. I did say that I would love to have the conversation with after, and it is a great conversation. Lads, I'm going to be honest, nobody knows what's going on next. All here say, all I know is I signed a contract in 2021 for 2 years. It's 2 years now in November. I don't know what way it's going to work. I haven't a clue. All I can say is I'm so happy to get these opportunities in 3 arenas for Bellator, and they've been so good to me. I've been decided to lose, for God's sake. You know what I mean? I'm main card to world champions, Olympians. Just goes to show what he taught me. And look, to be honest, I wouldn't be here as well from my team, John Cavan, my coach. My support from Drogheda, my family, my girlfriend, everybody. That's why I'm here.
This one didn't get to have that bantamweight. Of course,
yeah, no, definitely, because you want to make the weight. You know what I mean? You want to make it, and I was really surprised how well I'm not joking, lads. Tristan Kennedy, that man has seriously changed my life. I'm not joking. It's unbelievable, the energy and the way I was doing it so wrong. You know what I mean? I was like I was just killing myself, like miserable. And he just changed everything for me. You know what I mean? I'm really, really dialed in now. and everything's coming together. And thank you to him. Honestly, the weight cut was easy, felt great in there. I could barely break a sweat up there. That's how great it felt. My heart rate was as low as 35 beats. You know what I mean? Like, great shape, and really looking forward to the future. You know.
For this fight, you're training and
what did I take from that? First of all, again, just seeing, you know, what a top, the elite of the elite, how he operates in Conor. And I'm just want to say thanks very much for him for essentially letting me be around him in his life, and you know, being a part of that training camp for the 2 weeks, and learn loads off him. And Connor's one of our own, you know what I mean? And you know what I love about him? He's still excited about life. That man is everything, and like, he's still excited in the little things, like, you know, like, he's just a normal bloke, and he's very good natured. And actually, a fella that I know back home, he was doing the length and breadth of Ireland run, and Conor donated X amount of money to him, and like, that's the character Conor is. And I want to say thanks very much for letting him and all his coaches, by the way, Phil Sutcliffe, Tristan, obviously, you know, Raj, you know, the doctor, all of them, you know, everyone. I want to say thanks to them, and had a great experience with lads, you know.
Ciaran, have you given any thoughts to giving a wrestling seminar in Dagestan?
Do you know what? Oh yeah, there was a point where I kept getting this sequence in the gym, and it was actually it was over in Cans O'Connor, and I was getting everyone with the sequence, and it was actually where Khabib got Conor with the little kind of off balance foot trip, and he started laughing. He's like, Dagestani, and it was a bit of a joke, like, but I didn't get me. But I tried in the fight there, but I realised, hold on, we're so used to an SPG going for a second, third, fourth sequences. When we get in there, these lads, I'm going to be second already, because I feel that they're good. And I was like, hold on, I just sat them down every time, whereas you wouldn't get that in the gym. I had to go to my second or third sequence, and I went for the second one already, and I was like, why am I doing that? The first one's on already. So yeah, like that. I was glad to show that off. But again, I feel genuinely, the better the opponent, the more I shine. Honestly, I really do. I feel the better the opponent, the more I shine. And yeah, like that. And you know, excited going forward to make the 135 and that again. And it felt great, you know.
What are some of the things that make you fall in love with the sport more and more as you go?
Say that again, sorry.
What are some of the things that make you fall in love with the sport more and more as you go?
The little things, the day-to-day small achievements, the day-to-day failures. You know, because I heard something before, and I forget who said it, but you don't live and die in the mat, you know, and because if you do, you're going to be miserable, you know, you're not enjoying it. And it's funny because I don't know, I was talking to a few people, and it's like, you know, some of the sacrifices and the hard training and all of that is hard to people. I don't even find that hard, because I love it. Does that make sense? You know, so the love of it's still there, and I'm just so grateful that I found my passion in life, and all of these things, different networking and everything. You know, it's just I'm blessed, really. You know.
To what degree does your faith kind of play into that?
Oh man, look, again, a lot of time it falls on deaf ears, and you know, and look, it's everything to me, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I looked at, like, when you put it in perspective, like, you know, Monday morning, usually come back to the job, and you know, what matters is actually the win to me, you know. So, and you go to the gym Monday morning, the boys are preparing for Clan Wars next week, and it's just like, well done, Ciaran, fist bump, save a lot, won. You go home and draw the yours. It's like, yeah, you won the fight. You lose. It's like your funeral. Go back to the gym. It's like, well done, man. They all know who good I am. I know, you know. So it's just, you have to take it for what it is. It's a sport, and don't get me wrong, it is my life. But it's after the sport, it's going to be the next guy coming up. The next, you know. So that's the way it is, you know. Thanks, man.
Congratulations on another fantastic win. Still undefeated, still riding a massive win streak here in Bellator. Did you foresee any differences up to this point in your career, or is this how you imagined it up to this point?
Yeah, can I just say, actually, you need to sort this one out. This mic's better, yeah. look, lads, I'm living testament to Jesus Christ. And boys, look at the Pat, look at them, look at the lads will tell you that's been following me since amateur. I'm sure that they wouldn't have thought I'd be 8-0. You know what I mean? Like, but I had the faith in myself and the faith in Jesus. You know what I mean? And I kept going. That's. Do you know, it's funny because this sport and being a Catholic actually coincides in the sense that, you know, you have to pick up a cross, and each failure you have to embrace it, and that's what I do. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it's it's sacrificing, and at the end it's triumph, and that's what it is for me. You know what I mean? And who knows what's next? And all I know is my mentality is I'm 0-0, and I'm not undefeated because I've lost many times at amateurs. You know, 24 amateur fights and lost many times. And fought the best of the best. Look at me record, lads. Look at that record. Graham asked me the other day, you know, maybe if, just for argument's sake, devil's advocate here, if UFC was next without, I'm not saying that he was asking that was the question, but look at all the lads I've jumped in and the recent losses. I've had 24 amateur fights, lads. I'm fighting since 2011. You know, that's a pressure cooker in there. Those performances, when I go abroad and fight, it feels like I'm not, it's a spar, it's a heavy spar or something, you know, and that has to stand to me getting those 7 wins in them arenas. First big event in Paris in Bellator, 8-0 in Bellator, one of the most in the whole company, you know what I mean, on the trot in his hometown. So, look, again, not blowing me on trumpet, again, that's all down to what's given to me from above and gives me the strength and my team around me, John Cavan and my coaches, you know, that's the work they're putting into me, shining on the night.